पूछ रहा था
पूरे तेलुगु में कुछ।
Let's wait for. Phone mute कर. So we'll start. Good evening, everyone. I'm Neelam from IC Ventus. Welcome back, and I hope you had a relaxing and enjoyed your holiday season. And thank you for taking time this evening to be with us. I'll take some few minute to explain what does IC do. Till the time maybe others will join in. So, what is ICE platform? ICE platform is a digital initiative by IC Ventus, and it is designed to keep elevators and escalator industry connected beyond exhibitions. Through this platform, we bring together industry experts and professionals together to share insightful technical knowledge and market trends. These sessions happen every Tuesdays, giving you a regular dose of industry knowledge to stay informed and future ready. This is an initiative by IC Ventus. IC Ventus is also an organizes exhibitions, trade shows, and industry events. We create platform that supports learning, collaboration, and business growth. IC Ventus has become a trusted bridge connecting regional markets with global opportunities. Our upcoming shows First is in February 14th, 13th, and 14th, 2026, which is called IC Quiz and Symposium. IC Quiz is an initiative to increase industry awareness about industry standards and codes. And IC Symposium is a feature. IC Symposium will feature technical papers, and it is focused on elevators and escalator safety. It will focus on industry standards, energy efficiency, digital technologies, future ready innovations. The topic includes elevator safety system, overspeed protection, IC code compliance, digital twins, stimulation for noise and ride comfort, smart and energy efficient elevators and escalators, cybersecurity and sustainability, and the use of advanced material and software in vertical transportation. A second event is in December 2026. It is called IC India. And with the strong support of industry, IC has become the fourth largest exhibition for elevators and escalators, reflecting the trust and collaboration of the entire industry. A third event is called IC Africa, which is going to happen in 2027. Our first edition happened in 2025, and it is only a dedicated elevators and escalator event which held from December 2nd to 4th, 2025 in Nairobi, bringing together global manufacturers, suppliers, and industry professionals. This exhibition showcased advanced technology, safety, sustainability, and business growth in Africa vertical market with the strong participation of some of the leading industry associations. Our next edition is going to happen in 2027, which is in November 24th, 25th, and 26th. I will move on to the today's session, and our speaker is, I would like to introduce Mr. Arun Aggarwal. He's a founder of Global Elevator Academy, and he's also a member of BIS committee ET25. With his over 40 years of experience in vertical transportation industry, and he's renowned for his simplified teaching style, and he is a respected consultant, trainer, and author in this field. I would like to conclude this webinar. That we would like to conclude this webinar with Q&A session, so you can post your questions and your queries at the end of the webinar. Without any further delay, I would like to hand it over to Mr. Arun Aggarwal. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Neelam. It's wonderful to be here again. And
Welcome.
uh, thank you so much. And let me share my screen.
Yes.
Can you see my screen, Neelam? It's okay.
Yes,
Voice is
I can
clear.
see I can see your screen.
So, good evening, everybody. I'm sure that you can hear me clearly. Today, we are going to talk about IS 17900. This is a new elevator code which got implemented from 21st December 2025, as you may already know. So, we'll talk about this in today's session. This being a very little complicated subject, I would try to make it as simple as possible so that you may understand it. I'll try to bring the language to a level where everybody here can easily grasp that. So let's start the session today. I'll just take a couple of minutes to introduce what we do. As you know, I'm co-founder for Global Elevator Academy. This is an institution, and we are the world first integrated elevator learning platform. It means that we handle everything in elevator industry from technical to non-technical matters. I have my co-founder Raj, who is based out of Singapore, as a co-founder in this academy. Both of us have about 42 years of extensive experience in the elevator industry. Both of us has worked with Otis, Kone, Express, Schindler, and a few other companies. I'm also the certified elevator technical auditor, and I'm also the member of ETD 25. This is the official BIS committee who frame the Indian standards in India. Okay, so let's start the first topic. A lot of people have asked me what is a lift or elevator. Although everybody here most probably should be from the elevator industry, but still there seems some confusion. So let me just clarify once again what exactly is a lift or elevator. So they say elevator is a electromechanical machine. It should travel substantially in a vertical direction. It should have a guided car system, like you can move vertical direction in a crane also. So crane cannot be defined as a lift. There has to be a guided car system. There has to be a dedicated and safe permanent space in which this elevator would travel. It can move man or material or both. The point is safely. They should other equipment also can move them, but the prime factor here is the safety. It should be permanently installed in a building. At least should have two fixed levels, and on top of that, most important, it should meet the national codes. So currently we are talking about IS 17900, so it should meet 17900 majorly. So what is 17900? So this code is a unified standard for lifts. Why? Why we need a new code now? So we have to align our lift safety norms with international standards. So that is one of the prime factor why this code has been brought in. There were old codes. Many of you may be aware that these are the old codes. So this obviously would be outdated and they will not longer be used. So the new code 17900 would have many parts, hopefully 20 or more than 20. So few of them has already been released. This slide is little old. Two or three more has been released in last week, but primarily it is the mother code, which is part one, part two. So we'll talk about part one and part two today. So let's first understand what are the major changes brought in 17900. As such, there are a lot of clauses, a lot of changes, small changes. But today we are going to talk about some of the major changes, which is important for everybody to understand and know. So I have shortlisted some of them, which I think that is important. So first one is UCM. We'll talk about that during the presentation. Then we have ACOP, which is ascending car overspeed protection, progressive safety gear, type testing of safety components, vision panels, dual brakes, fire rated doors, no perforated doors, partition walls between shafts, double slab pit. So we will take up one by one, try to understand a little bit. So first one is UCM, unintended car movement protection. So why it is required, and why it has been brought in now. So one of the primary feature of this is that we, when the door lift is standing on a floor with door open, so we do not want that lift should move when the door is open. So there are cases when, particularly when passengers are moving in and out, so there are chances for the lift to move from the level. So to make a protection on that, this feature has been added now as a mandatory requirement. So as soon as the control and the system sense that lift has started to move without closing the door, and there is no command to run the lift, so it will kind of a system where it will cut the power supply and apply the brake immediately. Just to make it simple to understand, you can think of a handbrake in a car. Like in a car, handbrakes are used as a backup, particularly when you doesn't want car to move. But in that case, it is manually operation. Like you have to sense the movement, and some. I'm sorry, I have a bad throat today. Kindly bear with me. So handbrake you use manually, but in elevator that is not possible. So there has to be some kind of a automatic system where two things should happen. First is that it should sense the movement and then apply the brake. So both of them should be automatic. So that is UCM. So let's talk about pendulum test. What happens that you have doors and you have car walls. There has been few accidents where a person or a child came and hit the landing door, especially from outside, and the door came out of the sill or the track. So now there is a provision in the code that all the doors and car walls should be pendulum tested. It means that a certain amount of weight should be applied to test the door, and the door should not leave the sill and track. So the both the sill door shoes and the roller and the mechanism should be strong enough at least to take that load. So suppose one person is running and coming and hitting the door should not move from its place. That's the requirement. So this particular test has to be done both on normal door and even on glass door also. So approximately 800 Newton of force should be applied on the door and it should not move. So ascending car overseat protection, the next point. ACOP. So what is this? So as you know that earlier we only have this protection, overspeed protection only in the down direction. But now we need this overspeed protection in the upper direction also, up direction also. So one of the reason why we need this now is uses of permanent magnet gearless motors. There is a possibility on these motor to run away in up direction, which can become when very dangerous, and lifts can go and hit the roof. So we need to take care of that. A simple mechanism to do that is to provide a governor, overspeed governor, which works in a in both the direction, down direction also and up direction also. So we will do dual speed governors. Another point here which has been majorly changed is that the safety gear. Then now the code demands that any lift having the speed more than 0.63 meter per second should have a progressive safety gear. Earlier, as you know, in India, up to 1 meter, we were allowed to use, the instantaneous type of the safety gear. So now this change has been there. So this has been done to reduce, the jerk when it comes to the safety action. Uh, there has chances of injury to the passengers or the damage to the lift. So it will take some time once the safety gear activates. It little bit slow down the lift before it puts the safety gear in operation. So as we said in the pendulum test, the doors should have a retainer and anti-drop sill hook, which means that uh, although it's a moving item in the cell, shoe should be moving, but still it is, the design should be such that it is locked in the cell. It should not come out of the cell even if somebody hits the door. Similarly, on the upper part, like the rollers and all that, there should be, enough of the grooving and protection so that they should not, come out of the track. This is just indicative photo, not really that mechanism, but just to tell you that there has to be something which protect the door from coming out of the sill. The door should not jump off, bend or drop from the sill or from the track. The next point we want to discuss here is that now in the code for each of the passenger capacities, the car area has been defined. Both side, minimum and maximum car area has been defined, and this sizes, the area has been aligned with National Building Code. So in fact, uh, the NBC code is 2016, which is already available there, although it is under revision, but as of now it is 2016. So the most of the architects, builders, they refer to NBC, and there was some variation what is mentioned in NBC and the Indian standard, the old Indian standard. But now NBC and Indian standard, the lift standard has been aligned. So there is no confusion now. So whatever sizes are mentioned in NBC 2016, same is applicable for IS 17900 also. Similarly, for freight lifts, uh, they have mentioned, maximum available area, and it has been aligned with the National Building Code. So you can see that anything below 250 would be classified as dumbwaiter. Anything above from 250 kg would be as a freight lift or goods lift. So all the glasses used in lift shall be laminated toughened, and the glass used in lifts should have type of the glass, supplier name, thickness duly marked on the glass which is fitted there. That means that any glass which is fitted there, any piece of glass should have these three information available, so anybody can verify and check. So the minimum, the thickness of the glass is defined as 8 mm. But since we are talking of the laminated glass, safety glass, so it will be little higher because there would be a PBB film between the two pair of the glass. So effectively, it would become 8.76 mm approximately. And this is the minimum thickness of glass which can be used in doors as well as on the car side, wherever we want to use the glass. So, and there is a lot of confusion on this point, trapdoors. Uh, I noticed that some people are still trying to put a trapdoor on the car top, so that in case of people are trapped in the lift, they can be taken out from the that rooftop trapdoor. But unfortunately, that is very dangerous and not allowed. So we cannot have trapdoors on car roof. Uh, it is not a practical thing to do. Vision panels, again, a very debatable point. Uh, the code clearly says that vision panels are not allowed on automatic doors. They can be provided on manual kind of a doors, manual swing doors, something like that. Now in the code, what they have done, they have uh, defined the size of the vision panel. So which means that earlier anything which is not a full glass was considered as vision panel. Even the half door glass was considered as a vision panel kind of a thing. But now in the code, we they have defined that this size is called vision panel. Beyond that, you can actually do. So if anybody needs more detail on sizes and all that, please get in touch with me. I can share that information. So fire rated doors very clearly defined that the rating has to be 1 hour, especially for building for which is 15 meters and above. Please note that this 15 meter is not the lift travel height; it is the building height. So in case you have one, you have a common shaft in more than one lift, two lifts, three lifts. So the partition wall must be there, and the partition wall should have a 2 hours fire rating. So this clearly now says that you cannot have only the channels in between and then put the brackets and leave the space open. This is not allowed as per the fire norms now. You must have a fire rated wall between the shaft. Another important point which has gone there now is that brakes in machine. Everybody knows that there are two brakes. One is left and right. So what the code now asking this is that these two brakes should work independently. It means that one brake should be sufficient enough to take the load or stop the lift in any kind of a condition, full load, down or empty up, whatever the maximum abnormal condition. The one brake should be able to stop the uh, lift. So these two brakes should be there independently, operating, and simultaneously both the brakes should have the electrical switches also fitted on that. This is very important when we are using permanent magnet synchronous motor. Divider beam, I think we talked about already. Okay, another important change, it was previously also it was there, but not clearly defined. So perforated doors not allowed. Uh, Even on goods lift also they are not allowed. So there is a lot of confusion on this matter in the industry. People are, I don't know why they are trying to define, perforation in a different way. It is clear that collapsible door cannot be provided anymore. So please, but the code is not saying that manual doors are not allowed. So there is a confusion when we say, perforation. We are not saying anything on the manual or automatic. What we are saying that, what the code is saying that perforation is not allowed. So in that sense, you have manual doors can be provided as long as they are not perforated. So something like, IFD doors, imperforated doors, we call them. So that can be provided. So there are a lot of sites where, they have space below the pit. In first thing that it should be avoided as much as possible. And in case it is cannot be avoided, then we should have a OSG and a safety gear on the counterweight also, and there has to be a double slab in the pit, and each slab should be designed to take a load of 5000 kg per square meter. If in case you have a pit which is beyond 2.5 meters, then it should be, there should have be there should be an extra door other than the landing door from where we assess the pit. There should be a pit ladder always in the elevator pit, as you know already. Another important change which has been brought is you know that we are providing a inspection box on car top. Now a similar kind of a inspection box has to be provided in the pit, and additionally a alarm button has to be fixed on that inspection box. Now when you enter the pit, so and somebody working in the pit, it put the lift in the inspection mode. So once you come out of the pit, the resetting of that inspection mode and the stop mode must be able to reset from outside the lift. So the easiest way is to put controlled switch and lockable kind of a arrangement outside the lift somewhere near the lowest floor LOP. ARD, a couple of changes are there. The battery becomes low on ARD many a times, and people continue to use the lift without knowing that. So now there is a provision that there has to be a signal in the car for low battery indication. For the ARD operation, there has to be audio-visual warning in the car. Even in some of the ARDs or many of the ARDs, you have seen that they doesn't operate when one phase is missing, or sometimes two phase is missing. ARD works only when all the three phase is missing. But now it has been clearly demanded that even if one phase goes, ARD should work. And now the stopping accuracy in case of ARD operation has also been defined, which is plus minus 40 mm. Another point which is very important that anybody who you authorize to work on your lifts should be authorized by you first thing, and he should be competent enough. That means that you should have sufficient kind of a records with you that he has been trained properly for the work he is assigned, and you have authorized him to work on that particular lift. So, sorry. So it means, simply it means that suppose you have a maintenance area and you have assigned, certain lifts to that, technician or mechanic or engineer, service engineer. So he should be, authorized to work on those lifts only. He cannot work on other lifts. So competency means that trained properly and knowledge and experience should be sufficient to handle that particular kind of a product on which he is, authorized to work. Another important point is that there has to be two independent contractors between the control, drive and motor. It means that there are a lot of cases it has been seen that motor supply is directly, given from the drive without having contractors in between. So now it is clearly saying, code is clearly saying that you should have two independent contractors. So when we say contractors, we are definitely referring to electromechanical contractors. We are not saying, code is not allowing to use solid state kind of contractors. Uh, there are, cases where they are saying that, some people are trying to sell their elevator controller as contractor-less control panels. So please, note that we must comply with the code. Must have a must have two independent contractors. So the landing car door lock. So the emergency key, the opening direction should be clearly marked on the key on the landing door, and the minimum engagement of lock should be 7 mm before you have a electrical interlock coming up. Please, this is not really a problem with the automatic door. Mostly, they are designed that way that they should have a minimum 7 mm of the interlocking and then the electrical contact come. But this is a serious issue in the manual doors lock, where many a times we are using, many of us are have been using a limit switch kind of a door lock on the manual doors. That mechanical, that particular lock, what happens that it gives the electrical contact first and then mechanical lock comes, which is not a good idea. So that is why it is clearly said that first the mechanical lock should come and then the electrical lock should come. Car roof should be anti-slip. Uh, they should not be able to, the person standing there should not slip. Toe board on the handrail we are providing on the car top. So you can see on the car roof, there has to be 100 mm toe board provided all three sides. Door sensor has to be provided, no contact on all automatic doors. Uh, this has been added just to clarify that earlier there used to be, some people used to provide the beams, they provide 3 beams, 4 beams on the door and they say it is okay. So no, the full length has to be covered up to the height of I think 1675 mm from bottom sill to top. So another point which has been added here, the new point. This is something new, that in case door sensor fails due to some reason, so the door should not close at full speed, at its maximum torque. So the torque should reduce while closing if the door sensor has failed. Another point on the door sensor, if the door sensor has failed, so it should not allow lift to work. It should stop the lift. It should shut down the lift. So until unless door sensor is repaired, the lift uh, should have a breakdown. It should show as a breakdown. So there should be enough of light in car roof and pit, which is about 50 lux to 100 lux. Uh, some of very small but very critical points. In case you should have a bypass device for landing door and car door safeties. So there has to be audible alarm, audible buzzer whenever there is a bypass switch working. There should be a buzzer continuously operating so that person is aware that there is a bypass on doors. Another point that there has to be a flashing light below the car whenever you are moving the lift by bypassing the door contacts. Another point that only car and landing door contacts can be bypassed at one time. Normally what happens that people have a habit of putting a jumper on the both doors, car door also and landing doors. But now the controller should have a facility to bypass. That is one point. And second, that it should have a facility that only one of the either car or landing should be able to bypass. And the control system should have a separate monitoring signal for car door and the landing door. So, I'm through with the main presentation, and I'm open for the questions. Neelam, can you please, see?
Yes. Thank you, Arun sir, for your insightful, knowledgeable session. I would go ahead on Q&A session. So
Yeah.
first question is from Mr. Dongre. What about the existing elevators in operation?
Okay. So, if I understand the questions correctly, they're asking whether these codes has to be implemented on older
Is
elevators. Are
correct.
correct. Correct. So as of now, this code is applicable on all the lifts which are, for which the material is being supplied from the production unit or the factories or the manufacturing unit effective 21st December 2025. So it is not possible to implement these codes on older lifts as of now, but in as and when they get modernized or they get replaced. So obviously this new code will come into picture, but there is another part of 17900 which is talking about the existing elevators. So, but as of now, it is not asking that all these things should be implemented on older lifts. as a voluntary measure, you can talk to your customer. If they want, you can go ahead and provide that. I hope this clarifies your query.
Okay. Our next question is from Vishal Joshi. For gearless motors, apart from brakes, is there any other norm in new IS standard?
No, as such, it is difficult to say that, machine should have certain norms. What they say is that I told you already that one point is that the machine should have a dual brake, independent dual brakes, and these two brakes should have independent, limit switches top of the brake to monitor the opening and closing of the brake. So these some of the major things which you need to take care of that. That's all.
Okay. Our next question is from GS Balaji. Why do some states like Haryana have separate law for breakup power for operating the elevators in case of a mains failure? Public buildings are approved only when backup power by DG is provided. DG does start within 15 seconds max.
Okay, so this is a little complicated subject. If you allow me, Neelam, 1 minute, I need 1 minute to answer this question.
Sure, sir, sure.
So what is happening, Balaji? This is one is the BIS code we are talking about today. Another is the Lift Act and Rules, which is a state subject. So, like in Haryana, they have a Haryana Lift Act and Rules. So one of the thing which this act says that any lift which is provided in Haryana should comply with BIS. That is the first requirement. But since this is a state subject, any particular state can put any extra conditions which they feel required for their state or their region. Since it is coming through Lift Act, so they will not be applicable on other states, but only on that state where they are, applicable. So you rightly said that this is applicable only in Haryana, and yes, I don't know why they have, done this, but yes, it is there.
I hope Sir Balaji will be satisfied from this answer.
If he has any further question, please let me know.
Yes, please. Next question is from Mr. Satteja.
Yes.
Saiteja.
Yeah.
Explain about trap door.
Trap door on the car top. Okay. So, in European code, or in you must have seen somewhere earlier old lifts also, there used to be a small trap door, kind of a door which is openable from the car roof. The idea was to, once lift is stuck up somewhere due to some reason, so they thought that we can take out people through that door. They can pull up, people from there, and they can, on the upper floor, they can bring them up. They can take them out. But unfortunately, this is not now. This is not considered safe as far as India is concerned. I am sure you know that you have a false ceiling below the main roof. So it is very difficult for a passenger or a user inside who is trapped inside the lift to first take out the false ceiling, and then I don't know how he's the cabin height is about 2.2 meters. I don't know how they will jump to that height and come out of the trap door. So that's why it is not allowed anymore now in Indian code. There may be a possibility that other country code may allow this.
Okay. There's one more question from Mr. Saiteja.
Yeah.
If there is a STO function in controller, then two independent contractors are not required. Is my understanding correct?
No. This is, a provision. I don't know why, this some controller manufacturers trying to create. As far as code is concerned, it clearly says that two independent contractors are required, period. So, let's not, the individual controller manufacturer may have, many things to say. Like I told you, somebody is saying that I have a contractorless controller, which is good. And also he's saying that it is certified by some, body in Europe or some, I don't know. But we are in India, we are, supplying lifts in India. So as far as India is concerned, we need that compliance with the Indian code.
Shall I move to next
Yes,
question?
yes, yeah, yeah, please.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Dhaval. UCM in detail. Need explanation.
Okay, okay. So let me try to, make it a little simple now. What is UCM is uncontrolled movement protection. So when we say uncontrolled or unintended, it means that when the lift is standing on some floor and the door is open, so ideally we don't want that lift should move at that moment. We want that lift should move when we want lift to move. Like we give a signal, then only it should move. But due to many reasons, it can happen that particularly with the current kind of PSM motor, there are possibility that lift car can move from the level. The door is open and somebody is going inside and coming out. It may, cause a serious injury and fatal accident. So now there is a provision that the control system should be, you know, provided with this feature. There are two part of this feature. One is that a sensing device has to be provided which can sense the unintended movement. Like motor is not moving, still the lift is moving. So we should be able to sense that and to stop the lift if this is happening. So this is what UCM is. Hope this is something I told you, like you have a handbrake in a car. You know that when we drive a car, we are on a slope or on a bridge, then we use handbrake, that we don't want the car to move. In that case we use a handbrake sometimes. So that the way it works in an elevator also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on to next question. Next question is from is a anonymous question. Would Who would certify the manufacturer for the compliance of IS 17900?
No, I'm not sure. When you say manufacturer, you are asking for the component manufacturer, or you are, talking about the lift supplier and installers. Uh, Ultimately, in India, as I said that there are two things. One is the BIS code, which is we are talking about, and other is the Lift Act and rules, which as of now, as per my understanding, are applicable in about 15 states. And out of those 15 states, I think one or maybe two states are not asking about BIS code. But all other state lift acts are clearly saying that lift act should be mandatory, BIS code is mandatory. So in most of these states, you need to take a lift license or a lift NOC from the government. So that is mandatory to provide provisions as per IS. I hope that clarifies your question.
There's one more anonymous question. What about pre-opening of door? Is it allowed as per IS 17900?
Yes, it is allowed. Normal. This is a normal feature. You are saying, but the only condition they are putting is that this should happen only when the lift comes in the landing zone. You cannot have a pre-opening too early. So once the lift comes into the landing zone, you can do that pre-opening.
Next question is from Ullas Vajre.
Yeah,
Will adding to contractor in addition to VFD not added to problems like malfunction of contractor or welding of contacts, etc.?
absolutely not. Uh, thousand, maybe more than that, lakhs of lifts are already operating with that. Uh, you know, Somehow, if you see older lifts, you will find those two contractors already there. Somewhere in between, I think last rather a decade, about 10 years time, when these things started to dilute, maybe because of cost saving and all that. Even today, you will find many lifts working properly, and uh, yes, the rating of the contractor has to be proper. You cannot have uh, uh, current which is higher and the contractor rating is lower, so obviously it will burn, or it will get the contacts will get welded. One of the reason why they are asking two contractor is this reason only, what you just said, that if you know one of the contract gets shorted or welded, you still have additional safety available there. But if you have you consider a situation where you are feeding the motor directly from drive, so it's a solid state IGBT there. If that gets shorted, what will happen? Now you have no means to stop the current going to the motor. So I think that is a safety measure which has been taken. Thank you.
Okay, next question is from Umang Bansal.
Yeah,
What is the gag of SS or MS required for car walls as well as automatic doors?
sorry. Can you come again? I could not get that.
What is the gag?
What is the gauge?
Gauge,
Okay, okay,
gauge,
okay.
gauge, sorry. Gauge of
So
SS or MS required
okay,
for
okay.
car walls.
So it is very difficult for a code to define what kind of gauge you need. Uh, what code is saying clearly that the door should be strong enough to this much force. So as a designer, as a lift manufacturer, if you can do that requirement, if you can complete that requirement of 1000 Newton, hitting the door with a say zero point 0.8 mm sheet or 1 mm sheet or 1.2 mm sheet, it totally depends on what design you are having. So you make a test, pendulum test on that door. Uh, if it is passing that test, it's okay. So the gauge really doesn't matter. Yeah, Neelam.
Okay. Our next question is from Dhaval Rami. In counterweight safety gear and OSG is compulsory or not?
No, it is not always compulsory. It is required only when there is a usable space below the pit. So you don't need counterweight safety until unless you have empty space below the pit. So simple. There should not be any confusion on that.
Okay. Next question is anonymous. Is ACOP should be logged manually?
I'm sorry, I'm not able to understand the question. Uh,
Is
can you?
ACOP should be logged manually
No, I'm sorry. There is
or
some,
ACOP?
no, no, that ACOP I understand, but
Ha ha ha.
manually lock I could not understand what does it mean. So please request him to write it again, what exactly he wants to know.
Sure, sure. I'll move on to next question.
Yeah,
What is the maximum size of glass panel typically used in elevator cabin or shafts?
sorry. Uh,
What is the maximum size of glass panels typically
mhm.
used in the elevator cabins or shafts?
No, it is, not a matter of code to decide what size of the glass you will put there. So the code is clearly saying that the code has given you, couple of things. The first is that it has given you a minimum thickness of the glass, 8 mm. Simultaneously, the code is saying that you pass the pendulum test on the glass, either when the glass is put it in the door or it is in the car. So it should pass that pendulum test. So there is no reason why a code should give you a glass size. You decide that, what size is fitting into your design. Um, that's all I can say about this.
Okay, I'll move on to next question.
Yeah,
Next question is from Prabhakaran. A flashing light is required below the car for maintenance purpose.
yeah,
This indicates to the maintenance personnel that the
yeah,
landing or car door has been bypassed while they are working in the pit.
yeah. What is the question?
A flashing light is required below the car for
Yes, this
maintenance
is,
purpose.
yes. Yeah, it is required. This
Okay.
particularly, so somebody is working in the pit and somebody is operating the lift from car top. So it is a different, dangerous situation. So just to indicate that, the car, that, there is safety is bypass, so they should be, able to.
Next question is from Ravindra. Any physical difference are there between passenger elevator and passenger cum service elevators? For example, including robust design on car doors and landing doors, including the platform and isolation frame with higher strengths to compile it.
Oh, no. I think I am not sure what exactly you want to know, but what I understand is that, you have to design your elevator as per, the load, speed, uh, what kind of load you are carrying. So, for example, you have a lift, say 15 passenger, which is almost equal to 1000 kg, 1020 kg. And you have a, goods elevator, freight elevator, which is also 1000 kg. So, you have to have a different kind of a design parameter, different kind of a platform design for that. Isolation frame should be different. So, the forces applicable on the guide rails would be different in terms of passenger and in terms of goods or in terms of service. So it depends. Like all the calculation has to be done differently for different application. Hope I'm not sure this is the right question he is asked.
Or maybe Arun sir, you can provide your email ID later so that they
Yes,
can
I can. I
communicate with
can.
you.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll move on to next question, which is from Mr. Dongre. When a mechanic bypass the landing or car door from
yeah,
controller, does
yeah.
the law says the elevator switch? The I'll repeat the question again. When mechanic bypass the landing or car door from controller, does the law says the elevator switch to inspection mode
Yes,
automatically?
yes, it is. So it means that when the door are bypassed, so the lift automatically, is in inspection mode. It cannot move in normal speed. Yes.
Uh, Next question is from Mr. Murthy. IS 7900 applicable for new building only or full replacement also?
No, any lift which is, I just said that uh, effective 21st December 2025. After that, any material which is shipped after that from factory, this should be applicable. This has been done. There may be cases where the material was supplied, say October or before that, and due to some reason, installation was not completed. So it is very difficult for a company to comply with the provision of these codes once the material is already there at site. So this is now very clearly defined that uh, date is for the shipping of the material from factory, not the installation date. So any new lift, completely new, or you make a replacement on a old lift, or you do anything that is become applicable as long as material is supplied after this date.
Our next question is from Munipal. FMBC gate not allowed for new supply installation.
I'm not sure what gate it say.
FMBC.
FMBC. FMBC. I think you should please ask him what
Ha.
does it mean.
Okay,
What
okay.
exactly he
I'll
meant
move
by
on to
that.
next question.
Yeah.
Next question is from Umang Bansal. Is
Yeah.
overspeed governor is mandatory on CWT?
I just said that. Umangji, I just said that. Um, you need a overspeed governor on counterweight only when there is a usable space available below pit. For example, just to make it more clear that this question has come up second time. Suppose you are doing a lift which is there on the penthouse. Now it is only operating on the penthouse between 2 or 3 floors there in a house. So in that case, you need to have a overspeed governor and safety gear on the counterweight also. That's the requirement. Or sometime in a building, you have couple of lifts. One lift is going up down to the basement, and one of the lift is not going to basement, and there is a empty space, usable space below one of the lift, which is in that case you need a OSG and a safety gear on counterweight. Hope that clears the matter now.
Next question is from Rama Murthy.
Yeah,
Pit access door is required for pit depth exceeding 2.5 meter only, right?
yeah.
But in your slides, it is mentioned as if required even for 2.5 meter pit depth. Can you please confirm?
Okay, sorry. If there is a confusion in my slide, I am extremely sorry. The point is that the additional door required for 2.5 meter and above. So even if it is 2.5 meter, you need to have a additional door. Hope this clarifies now.
Next question is anonymous. Electrical brake rescue device is required in controller.
Sorry, I'm not able to understand. Can
Oh,
you
okay. Next
electrical
question
brake?
is, can I repeat it?
Yeah, please.
Electrical brake rescue device is required in controller.
I think there's some confusion. I don't know what does it mean. Please request him to,
Sure, sure.
mention that again.
There's one more anonymous question. What is the procedure to draw a safe lift drawing fast? A lot of time does it, a lot of time goes in it. Please give solution.
So, you take support from some expert who can help you on that, or if you want to have your own in-house team, you can connect with me later, and we also have a software which can help you on that. So we can talk about that later. This may not be the right forum for that.
Next question is from Muhammad Irshad.
Yeah.
There is difference in car area, minimum and maximum,
Yes.
especially for 23 and 24 passengers between IS 17900 and NBC. Will
Yeah.
NBC be revised?
Um, I'm sorry, I have not really noticed what you're saying. Uh, if this is such case, we will definitely look into this. Thank you for putting our attention to that. I will certainly take up this in the next committee meeting. Uh, I have not noticed. I'm sorry, I have not noticed that difference. But NBC 2016 is already under revision. So hopefully this year it will be coming out. So we will check on that.
Next question is anonymous. In the case of Europe, there are authorized bodies like Institute and TUV for
Yes.
confirming the European norms. Similarly,
Yes.
is there any authorized body in India to confirm the compliance of IS 17900 that lift manufacturer can consult?
As of now, there is nothing, and but another problem beyond that is that these agencies are, kind of private bodies. In Europe, they have a provision in their lift directive, which is equivalent to lift rules here. So they have authorized those agencies to certify the compliance. But in India, as of now, there is nothing. We have been doing some, inspections for compliance. Please get in touch with me later. We can talk about that.
Okay. This message from this anonymous person. He want to say thank you for the information you have given along with the diagrams. It was very informative for them.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Next question is from Dhaval Rami. Is counterweight? Nee, this is a repetitive question. I think so. Is counterweight safety gear and OSG is compulsory or not?
I think I have already
Yes,
answered
yes, a
that. You
repetitive
can just.
question. Next question is from Ms. Vishal Joshi. How are the new IS standards are different from EN81 norms?
Okay. So, just to give you a little background on that, there is, EN 8120, even 8150, there are a lot of, series on that. So, eventually, ISO standard, which is 8100, was adopted, sorry, EN 81 adopted as ISO 8100. So, which means that if you see the international standard, which is ISO 8100, it is a kind of a copy of EN 81, and India has adopted, as part of the international ISO organization, India has adopted ISO 8100. So now you can practically say that EN 81 and 17900 are at par, almost equal, but there are certain provisions which are made in IS 17900 to make it suitable for India. For example, EN 81 still asks per kg per person weight as 75. India has kept 68 per person. So that is one difference. Another, I told you, the trap door on the car top. Uh, EN 81s probably allow that. We doesn't allow that. So more or less it is same, but there are few extra provisions, or they have deleted something from the that. Okay, so I think
Next
this.
question. Next question is from Dhaval Rami. Pendulum test required any NABL certification or any other authorized certification, or we can perform the test in-house?
So 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 this is a type tested safety certificate. This must be performed in a controlled manner in a lab. That lab can be in-house, that lab can be third party. uh, Unfortunately, as of now, in India there is no third party certified lab which can do this. So the best would be, if you are making your own door, you make this lab in-house and self-certify that it is complying with this requirement as of now. But I'm sure sooner or later, within this year, you will have some labs coming up to give you this kind of certification on pendulum test. But as far as
Next.
my personal opinion is concerned, it is a very simple mechanism for a pendulum test. You can develop this kind of a small lab within your factory or premises. Yeah.
Shall I move?
Yeah. Yeah.
Our next question is from Sikandar Singh. How
Yeah.
many times the rescue device should work continuous if power fails?
Okay. So, Sikandarji, back to back, you need to have at least minimum 3 times back to back without charging. It means that suppose you have a power failure, ARD comes and rescue, but and again there is a power failure, power comes and again there is a power failure. So without charging, the battery should be enough to work back to back 3 times.
Okay. I'll move to next question.
Yeah,
Next question is from Karelia.
yeah.
Since when this new IS code will come into effect? I think so. You have.
It is already into effect since 21st December 2025. So there is a gadget notification by Government of India on this. So if anybody is interested in having a copy of that gadget notification, please write to us. We will give you that copy.
Next question is from Ramamurthy. Are low headroom and low pit conveying, compiling with code?
Uh, no, this code 17900 does not allow any kind of a low pit or low overhead. Uh, I I hope that you are referring to home lifts. So there is a separate code available for home lift. We had a session on home lift also, I think couple of months back. So that code is 15259. It is still valid in there. So practically 17900 is not replacing the home lift code 15259. But good news is that the new home lift code is under preparation. I am very hopeful that it should come out this year. Once the new code comes, it will become part of this 17900 series only. Maybe part 7, part 8, something like that. So this, the home lift is a separate matter altogether. We cannot really confuse this home lift with 17900, but the pit cannot be 0, overhead cannot be 0. So please note that. Please refer to 15259 as of now until the new codes comes in. Yeah,
Next is anonymous question. Is the motor brake certification required?
motor.
Brake.
Yes. So obviously, because once we are saying that the one of the brake should be able to take the load, so it has to be certified, test certified, type tested. Actually, it is.
Next
So
question is
for you, it should not be a problem because I'm sure you must be buying complete machine if you are a lift installer. So you should ask your machine supplier, machine manufacturer to give you that kind of a certification along with the machine.
Shall I move to next
Yes,
question?
yes, yes, yes.
Next question is from Prabha Karan.
Yeah,
What thickness should be maintained for glass door?
thickness.
Yes.
So I said that minimum is 8 mm. So now, because it is laminated now, laminated plus toughened. So because there is a film between the two pair of the glass, 4 plus 4 plus film, so it will become approximately, I think, 8.76. That is the minimum thickness of the glass which is need to be provided. So in case the size of the door increases, size of the glass increases, obviously you have to increase the thickness also because it has to pass the pendulum test. That's please keep that in mind.
Next question is from Mr. Sikandar. Is it compulsory overload device in MRL lift?
Yes, Sikandaji, it is 100% compulsory now for all lifts, not uh, MRL, any kind of a lift in which a passenger is going, you need to have a overload device. Yeah.
Next question is from Mr. Dongre. Is goods elevators are the passenger allowed to travel? Especially it happens in factories and stores.
No, I think what you said is, let it put in a different way. This 17900 is a code applicable for passenger or goods or both. So you have no choice. Like you can't say that I am providing a lift without complying with this. Whether it is a goods lift, whether it is passenger come goods or goods come passenger or only passenger. So these provision would come. I hope that clarifies the matter.
Next question is from Mr. Ramamurthy. Even if the material is partly delivered before 21st December 2026 from the factory, the code is not mandatorily imposed.
Uh, I would say not right, but you can you can see what kind of material you have supplied before that date. For example, you may have supplied only the guide rail before that date and other major material you are supplying now. So practically, logically, and I would say ethically, it should be working. It should be applicable on the new material when you supply. But if you have supplied major part already before that date, maybe leaving something which not part of the safety aspect, I think you can skip that. I'm not very sure what material you have supplied, so review that, please. Yeah.
Okay, next question is from Pranali Pavaskar.
Yeah.
What should be done if it is not possible to provide a pit access door, especially when the lift pit is located within the raft foundation.
Uh, I think that condition is applicable only when the pit is 2.5 meters, and I'm not sure why. If you have a 2.5-meter pit, which means that mm, the building is quite high, and they must have done the planning for the lifts at the initial stage. I'm sorry, right now I'm not able to, come out or maybe think of any solution if it is not done. Uh, I would request you to please, give me all the details later. Let me see what can be done on this case.
Okay. Next question is from Mr. Ravindra. Uh, is it accepted to use the composite mineral CWT filters in the CW frames as IS 17900?
Okay, so you can, do this kind of non-metallic, filling of the counterweight filler weights. But the condition is that if you are using any non-metallic thing, some powder or some, some uh, dust or something like that, you must enclose that weight from all sides. So that's the requirement. The counterweight, you should not have a position where it is open and the dust comes out of that. It should be fully enclosed. Yeah, Nidam.
Next question is IS 7900 there in in IS 7900 there is any requirement on cyber security compliance?
Uh, 17900 part 1 part 2 does not really mention about cybersecurity, but for your kind information, a new part of code is coming up soon, which would cover this cybersecurity. I'm sorry, right now I have no confirmed date when it would be released, but it is on the way. And I think, as far as if I remember correctly, draft is there already. Team is working on that very hard, and it would come eventually. It would come, hopefully within this year.
Next question is from Nimish, Mr. Nimish. He's saying thank you for the explanation. He wants details about Gazette notification copy and slide of this presentation, and also IS 17900 code copy.
So, Neelam, I wanted to tell everybody that these codes copies are copyright material. So I really, as a committee member, I cannot share my copy with anybody. So I would request that this is freely available on BIS website. Kindly go to the VIS website and download after logging in. So they will issue a copy for you, marked copy to you. So in case you have any issue, please connect with me later. I can give you the link where you can download and you can use that copy. Uh, as far as gadget notification is concerned, I can send you that. Please, we will share you that. Please share your email ID with Neelam.
Okay. Next question, sir, is there any notification regarding lift renewal license is mandatory or not?
No, this is not a matter which is related to BIS. Renewal of lift license is a matter of state subject. So this is, for example, Haryana state would have, something different. UP state would have, something different. Delhi, it is different. So each state would ask a renewal at different times, say 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So please, which state you're talking about, you have to find out. In case any problem, please, you are most welcome to connect with me. I can find out for you.
A last question. Does IS 17900 specifies ventilation on MRL lifts, as these lifts have been often breakdown due to temperature rise?
No, I'm not sure. What does it mean? Are you saying that the motor is getting hitting and then it is shutting down? So which is should not happen, because it shows that either the motor calculation has not been done and a maybe underrated motor is being provided. So please make some calculations. Please check what kind of motor it is. What is the CDF? Please check CDF on the motor. I know whether are you talking to some home lift. In normally in home lift, CDF is 25%. Normal motor, it is 40%. So it is very difficult, offhand to say what the problem is. But if you need any assistance on that, please get in touch. We will resolve this later. Yes,
Okay.
Nilam.
There's one more question, last question. As
Yeah,
per clause 5.9.2.5.4
yeah,
of IS 7900 Part 1,
yeah.
STO function is also allowed instead of two independent contractors. Please clarify.
Uh, Let me check on that. I'm not remembering
Okay,
that clause right now. I'll check on that, and please give me the name later. I'll write to this gentleman later.
sure, sure. Uh, one more question. One last question is if you can differentiate exactly physical difference between passenger and service come passenger, it would be great.
No, technically, again, I said that. Mm, Suppose you have, in a hotel, suppose you have a lift which is used by passengers. So normally you call that as a passenger lift. I don't know what exactly you mean by service lifts. So as far as normal, if you ask me, dumbwaiters are normally referred as service lifts. So I really don't know you really mean that. So if
Okay.
service lift is still used by passengers, it is same as passenger lifts. So if you are using service lift to transport some material, then obviously you have to have a goods come passenger lifts or passenger come goods lift, whatever you want to call it. So please just look into that and then decide. Yeah,
Okay.
Neelam.
That's all we have today. Thank you, Arun sir, for replying all the questions. It is a really I appreciate and our team appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Neelam. And
Yes, and
I
I
thank
hope
you everybody
all of
here.
us are satisfied with the answers.
Yeah, thank you so much, Neelam. And I personally, I want to thank everybody who joined, take out that important time, and I am available. I please share my email ID with them, and Global Elevator Academy at gmail.com. So anything you want to have more information, please write to me. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Okay. I'd like to inform you that our next session is on 13th January, which
Yes.
is next Tuesday, and it will be done by Hiren Panchal from Absent Motors. The topic is selection of traction machine. So hope to see you again on 13th Jan. Thank you once again for joining us today and being part of the industry knowledge journey. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir, Arun sir.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.